He lit an expensive cigar, but took only one puff, then threw it into the trash can. With a fierce fire blazing behind him, the man drove away in his sports car. Next, he skillfully dialed the fire department. Everything was going according to his plan. The man parked the car by the roadside, took out the prepared firefighter uniform and put it on. When the fire truck passed by, he grabbed the back and hung on. In this way, the man not only sneaked into the bank, but also happily greeted the security guard. Taking advantage of the fire truck turning, he jumped off the car. He rolled to a manhole cover, and after prying it open with his portable tools, the man climbed directly into the sewer. He used a laser gun to drill a hole in the ceiling, then entered the bank through the hole. He attached the bomb to the safe. With a loud bang, banknotes flew everywhere, but the man didn't even glance at them. He went straight to a small cabinet and opened it. These diamonds were his target for this trip. He made a deal with the gang leader using the diamonds, and the other party gave him a note that showed the coordinates of the criminal group. The man sent the coordinates to his superiors, and soon that place was flattened. Now, he just needed to find a chance to take down the gang leader, and he could take the money and retire. Suddenly, the gang leader knocked over the drink, and he immediately noticed something was wrong. Water droplets wouldn't form on diamonds, and these diamonds still had the smell of tar. The man explained that the diamonds were uncut, but the gang leader didn't believe him at all. He guessed the diamonds were stolen by the man. The angry gang leader called his men to search the man. They found a pill. When questioned by the gang leader, the man had to admit he was an agent. The pill was poison, so the gang leader forced the man to swallow the pill. However, after a long time, the man didn't die from the poison. The gang leader couldn't help but wonder. The man simply stopped hiding. He picked up a spray, stunned everyone around him, then grabbed their guns, and shot at the guards outside. He then used a dagger to finish off the last henchman. After that, he didn't forget to take the diamonds. In this way, he completed his final mission. He built a bomb shelter at home and lived in it with his wife. They had just hidden inside when a huge explosion occurred outside the house. To avoid nuclear radiation, the man quickly sealed the iron door of the bomb shelter and set a countdown switch. They could only go out after 35 years, when all nuclear radiation had dissipated. But they didn't know the explosion outside was caused by a plane crash. During the long wait, the couple had their first child. They named him David. Fortunately, the bomb shelter had enough supplies, so they never worried about food. The father taught David to read from childhood and various fighting skills. The mother taught him etiquette and essential skills for social occasions. Soon it was David's 35th birthday. They had almost forgotten the countdown. That night a loud noise woke them up. They approached and saw the iron door had opened automatically, indicating the danger outside had passed. The family could finally return to the surface. The father offered to check the situation outside first. The once bustling residential area was now in ruins. He nervously looked around and found people outside acted very strangely. Frightened, he ran back to the bomb shelter and described what he saw outside. The father believed the nuclear radiation hadn't ended and they should set another countdown. But by then his wife was unhappy. She didn't want to stay in the basement forever, nor did she want her son to be trapped here for a lifetime. During the argument, the father had a heart attack. The mother hurriedly gave money to David, asking him to go out alone to buy supplies. David took the elevator slowly up to the surface. When he pushed open the door, he was stunned. It was the first time he had breathed outside air, but he didn't forget his mission. He then took a bus to the supermarket to buy supplies. 35 years later, prices had increased tenfold. The money his mother gave couldn't buy anything. David had to go home first to find a way. Since it was his first time out, he couldn't find his way home until passing by a collectibles store. He tried to exchange the baseball cards his father gave him for money, but the boss deliberately lowballed him to cheat. Just then the clerk came out. She unhesitatingly exposed the boss's lies and got fired for it. David fell in love at first sight with the kind girl. He asked her to help him sell the baseball cards. Of course, he would pay her a salary. The girl agreed decisively. During the long period of getting along, the girl also developed feelings for him, so David took her to meet his parents. To help his parents adapt to life above ground better, David sold some stocks and bought a large piece of land in the suburbs. Finally, the whole family lived happily together.